Hey everyone, back with another video today. Today we're going to be reviewing Montale Wood on Fire. This is a fairly new acquisition for my collection. However, before I bought this, I did go through a 5 ml sample of it. Definitely recommend sampling Montale fragrances before you buy them. I've said it many times and I'll say it again. They're just strange enough and they can be super synthetic or very nice or very not nice or very funky, whatever. So they're just dangerous to blind buy. Even don't go by the notes, nothing, because they just don't line up. So anyways, went through a 5 ml sample and really fell in love with this one. It's one of the few Montales that I actually thought was worth a buy. I only have 3 Montale fragrances in my collection, and this is now one of them. I only had 2 before this. So I'm gonna go over this with you guys. I'll let you know my thoughts. I'll let you know how it progresses throughout the scent. I'll bring up the notes and we'll go from there. Okay, so this was a 2021 release, fairly recent, not brand new, but it is new to me. It didn't really start popping up in the United States until 2022, the end of 2022. I didn't really see a lot about this one. So the notes on this is smoke, agarwood or oud, sandalwood, vanilla, vetiver, and amber. I don't know if you can see that, but when you spray a paper, the juice color that comes out is actually quite yellow or orangey, dark. So my assumption is they're actually using real vetiver in this. And when I smell it right off the top, that's what I get. I get quite a heavy dose of vetiver. So if you're not a fan of vetiver, I think the opening of this one's gonna be pretty hard to swallow. I really enjoy vetiver, and I would say the vetiver they're using in this one is of the dirtier variety. It's definitely got some grit and some earthiness to it. It's got this green bitterness to it. It's really nice if you like vetiver. But if you don't like vetiver, it is not one of those super cleaned up, easy to like vetivers. Not at all. So this one opens up with that vetiver, like I said, a little bit of smoke, and I do get kind of a dark woody funkiness, which I'm assuming is the oud. It doesn't smell super funky, just a hint, like very approachable, very likable. I would not say that if you're scared of oud to be scared of this one. You can just tell there's a backbone of some dark woodiness in the base that's kind of poking its head out a little bit. But yeah, okay, it opens up with vetiver and that oud and a little bit of smoke. Now, as it progresses, it gets sweeter. I should say it opens slightly sweet, but it gets sweeter as it progresses. The vetiver calms way down, and by the mids, the vetiver is almost completely smoothed over. The dirtiness and the funkiness of the vetiver is completely gone, and it turns into this sandalwood, vanillic, amber, smoky type of smell. And from the mids into the base is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. It smells very modern in a way. It kind of hints at something like a Versace Eros. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying this smells like Versace Eros at all. I'm just saying that the sweetness and the likability and that projecting kind of punchy sweetness, that's what this one has. It really comes off my skin and it's really likable. A lot of people really like it. My wife, she absolutely loves this one. So, you know, it kind of has that same appeal that something like a Versace Eros would have. I don't get any top notes at all. I don't get any like citruses or spices or anything like that really. I just get a fairly strong vetiver, but then the sandalwood and the vanilla come in and they make it so creamy, so likable, and it just sits so beautifully on your skin. Okay, so then going into performance, as you would expect, Montales do not disappoint with performance. I've hinted at it just a little bit here, but I get very good projection. I work in a small office. I own my own business and it's just 3 of us that work in there. However, it's a fairly decent sized building. There's 3 separate rooms, and I tell you this because I wore this one time. I had been in my office for a while and someone walked in and said, "Wow, it smells strong in here." So obviously this thing was just kind of filling the entire space up, which doesn't surprise me. It's that very sweet woody smokiness that it's just gonna stay around and linger in the air around you. So projection, super good. It kind of trails behind you like something like a parfum. I know this is an eau de parfum, but it's a very dense eau de parfum. As far as longevity, no complaints there either. You're gonna smell this on you, 10 hours later. It's gonna get you all day long, no questions asked. So that's my final thoughts on Montale's Wood on Fire. You can find this one now in the United States fairly easily on eBay and at a few discounters. I bought this one from fragrancebuy.ca, but I have seen it on eBay for around $100, which is what you're gonna pay for this. And in my opinion, it's well worth $100. I found my sample from myfragrancesamples.com. I am not affiliated or sponsored by any of these businesses, so I don't care who you buy from or where you go to find your samples. But sample this one, give it a shot, because I think that this is one of the few from Montale that is actually worth seeking out and getting your nose on. So I hope you appreciated this video. If you haven't subscribed already, I would really appreciate you subscribing. My video analytics tell me that over 90% of the people that watch my videos don't subscribe. So if you like this kind of laid back, easy to watch content that's just supposed to be kind of like a video podcast in a sense with some visual elements, if you like that style of video, go ahead and subscribe, because there's a lot more coming. I try to put out a video every Monday and Friday, and so far I've been able to do that, assuming that I'm not too busy. So we'll try to keep that schedule up, and thanks for watching.